before the end of the world. You are given 3 options. How would you choose? 1. Unlimited food. Alcoholic beverages included. 2. A golden desert eagle equipped with an infinite magazine. 3. A can of hairspray that will be handsome after spraying. I already knew in advance. 5 hours later, the end of extreme cold will come. The living environment of human beings will become increasingly harsh. Zombie viruses can also break out. Order and rules will gradually collapse. In the end of the world, food scarcity is the most important problem. I choose the first one directly. Select success. The host now begins to have unlimited food. I was excited. I silently thought to myself that I would have a Coke with less ice. The next second, a cold Coke suddenly appeared in my hand. I was excited. This turned out to be true. Damn, that's great. The end times are coming. The rules of survival are also changing. Then I don't have to continue to live this kind of hard life now. It's time to change the way you live. From today, I don't eat beef. The system gave me another 10 beef skewers. I started eating beef skewers. At this time, my girlfriend sent a message. I went to shore for the postgraduate entrance examination. It's time to clarify some things. Let's break up. You should know, we are no longer part of the world. You're just a worker who pays $40 a month, and I am already a graduate student. There will definitely be a bright future in the future. I know this is a bit cruel to you. After all, you are spending money on me for the postgraduate entrance examination all these years. But how? I also paid a few years of youth. We are level. We will not contact you in the future. So be it. See this cold message. After feeling uncomfortable, I sneered, and fool soul, you will regret it. At this time, the system beep sounded again, in order to ensure the survival needs of the host. This system is 00 every day. Hosts will be offered various check-in rewards options, including weapons, equipment, materials, energy, physical, strengthening, etc. Hosts can select a source check-in reward every day. Weapon loading materials are included, energy, physical, strengthening, etc. I am looking forward to the end of the world at this moment. The world itself before was ordinary, but the coming apocalypse is going to make itself counterattack. Thinking of this, I happily rode the electric donkey back to the rental house. When waiting for the elevator, a barbaric voice came from the workers. Stay away from me. The smell of sweat all over his body. I looked over. It was found that it was Shen Wanyu, wearing a bank uniform. At this time, he was covering his nose and staring at himself with disgust on his face. Shen Wanyu is her neighbor. I live in 301. Shen Wanyu and her new husband, Wang Shengzhu, 302. The two got married a month ago. At that time, I glanced at the police from a distance. Shen Wanyu were wearing a white wedding dress. I was amazed. This woman is both in terms of appearance and figure. I have a score of 90. Far from being the ex-girlfriend who kicked herself away. It belongs to role that people can't help but do. At this time, I saw Shen Wanyu. An inexplicable smile slowly appeared on the corner of my mouth. Shen Wanyu frowned. A look of disgust. What to look at? It was tiring enough to go to work for a day. After get off work, you will be stinky from the bottom. It's really exciting. Her husband, Wang Sheng, is an executive of a company. Both consider themselves to be the elite of society. From the bottom of my heart, I looked down on the bottom. The elevator came at this time. I walked in. Shen Wanyu obviously planned to wait for another. But before the elevator door closes, I suddenly sneered and said, if you are hungry, remember to come to me at night. The elevator door closed. Shen Wanyu shook slightly. It was full of anger. Well, do you think of yourself? For the sake of stuttering, go crazy. I came to the room, rummaging through the closet. Since it is extremely cold, the end times are coming. I have to find out the down jacket and bedding or something later. There was a sharp and violent knock on the door. Shen Wanyu's shout came from outside the door. Workers, please make it clear to me. What did you mean just now? Come out. Don't hide inside and make a sound. I know you're at home. At this time, Wang Sheng heard his wife's voice, opened the door to ask, what's wrong, Xiao Yu? Why are you knocking on the door of that worker's house? My husband, a worker, actually molested me. I want him to live no longer. This kid is looking for a fight, right? Xiao Yu, Don't worry, I will definitely let him. Wang Sheng looked up angrily, but it bumped into my cold and angry eyes. Most of the anger went down on the spot. He looked weak, and I am much tougher after working hard all year round. Once the fight starts, the outcome is very clear. Sheng's attitude changed. Smile at me, and you're back. You must be tired from a day at work. Rest early. What do you run? You didn't seem like that just now. Are you afraid? If you are wrong, I'm not afraid. We are the social elite. The family is happy and happy. People like him at the bottom of society. He will definitely be jealous. Always remember the principle of giving way to the happy. We are happy people. Encounter this. Can you retreat or retreat? One step is better. I put all the thick quilts or something at this time. I'll find out. Then close the doors and windows. Wait for the end of the world with peace of mind. Night. Hot air suddenly hit a cold wind. The sky slowly descended. Whose feathers followed with heavy snow. The snow fell like a joy. Just half an hour. The temperature plummeted from 30 degrees to 0 degrees, and it's still falling. At the same time, I was excited, because it was 12 o'clock in the evening. Today's check-in bonus options are as follows. 1 10-0 sets of thermal clothing made of special materials. It can withstand the cold of minus 100 degrees. 2 wireless battery pack. Contains batteries for all electronics on the market. 3 Outside to USB flash drive. It contains all the film and television dramas of Blue Whale. A skewer of sunshine green grapes that you can't stop eating at all. I thought about it. I chose that the temperature dropped too quickly. Keeping warm is the most important. Is the system funny? Why is the last option so high for 2 days in a row? After selection, my mind moved. A set of black thermal clothing appeared in his hand. The fabric is very peculiar. There is the comfort of pure cotton. There is also the softness of cashmere. When I put it on my eyes, lit up, warm clothing not only keeps out the cold, it can also actively heat up. Even the face, hands, and feet outside didn't feel cold. Basically, it feels like spring. The problem of food and clothing has been solved. I sat by the window with peace of mind, watching the heavy snow wrap the city in silver. Suddenly, there was a scream from downstairs. I hurriedly looked over. I was shocked by this look. A crack suddenly grew on a young man's face. The skin outside is full of holes. The people around him avoided it. Less than half a minute, the man fell to the ground with wide eyes. This person is gone. People around fled, but men are not unique. Soon many people found that cracks also grew on their bodies. For a while, the community was completely chaotic. I frowned. Look carefully at these people who have cracks. I was playing in the snow outside just now. So this snow is poisonous. Cracks will grow in less than 5 minutes after contact with snow, and then it will be done in half a minute. I just don't know the poison in the snow. Is it contagious? I couldn't help but gasp. It's a bit fierce. That's just for a while. There are already more than 10 people surrounding the community. I turn on my phone to watch the news. Heavy snow is toxic, and other related information rushed to the hot search. Who has medicine? Save the child. Is the world apocalyptic? It's scary outside. My natural disaster was only temporary. I believe we will be saved. Who has mineral water and snacks? I am willing to spend a lot of money to buy it. Smart people already have a premonition. It will be a disaster that will not be easily overcome. It's only been an hour now. The snow is already half a meter deep. The snow has not stopped. I checked the doors and windows. Make sure the snow doesn't drift in. Only then did he fall asleep with peace of mind. The next morning at 8 a.m., I woke up on time. Come to the window and look out. I couldn't help but squirt my tongue. The figures in the sky have all been buried by the snow. The height of the snow has already exceeded the first floor. The temperature also dropped to minus 30 degrees. The only good thing is that the snow has stopped temporarily. I don't know when the next game will be played. I checked the facilities in the house. As expected, all hydropower and natural gas are paralyzed. Originally, the poisonous snow was scary enough. There is no electricity now. Such a low temperature. I I can only rely on the down jacket on my body, but how many people can resist? I'm afraid it will freeze today. Many people. I didn't panic at all. Eating hot pot in the house. Drinking hot tea. By the way, look at the news of the owner group. After a night of torture, many people in the group fell silent. I don't know if it was poisoned or what. There are only a few messages for help, but apparently no one paid attention. The next day, I didn't go out. It was 12 o'clock. New rewards are coming. Check in today. The reward options are as follows. 1. A golden desert eagle, equipped with infinite elasticity. 2. Strength level increases by 5. 3. The end of the world sled. Glide on snow and ice. There is no hindrance to travel. 4. Drink a can of carbonated drinks that can be infinitely separated. The fourth option is still so messy. I would love to see the golden sand eagle, but in the end I chose it. Judging from this sign-ins, rewards can be repeatedly swiped. And don't be afraid. Wait until the next time it comes out. As for this strength enhanced, it's very sci-fi. After a successful selection, I just feel a powerful force suddenly emerged from the body. I punched the solid wood dining table. The dining table was smashed by a corner on the spot. I am satisfied. Strength involves all-round improvement in offense and defense. This punch didn't hurt even when it blasted out. The next 3 days, I still haven't gone out. Stop and stop under the heavy snow outside. It was almost flooded to the window of his own house, and I finally brushed it again. The golden sand eagle that I miss, and brushed the talent skill of 100 shots. The third reward. I chose a thermostatic stove. This is a lotus flower, but only a palm-sized device. It emits a faint blue light. No need to charge and burn oil. Enough energy. The effect of a thermostatic furnace is to place it in the house. You can ensure the temperature within a radius of 3 meters, constant at 26 degrees. The disadvantage is that it cannot penetrate the wall, but there are 10-0. Few at home will be warm. I was speechless for a while. Does this thing look like my thermal clothes are tasteless? But with this thing, you can take a bath at home. Unlimited diet on the first day. It contains hot water. At this time, the phone barely retains a trace of power. I found that there were already people in the owner group calling. I went to the underground garage to exchange supplies. This is a wise choice. Although the underground garage is connected to the outside world, but the garage entrance and exit have been blocked by heavy snow. Each vulnerability can be accessed through a secure channel. I'm bored at home all day. Eating and drinking is not a thing. I decided to go down and take a look. At this time, the underground garage was already overcrowded. I made a simple estimate. There are a total of 14 buildings in the entire community. More than 200 or 700 people. There are only more than 600 people who come to the underground garage. In other words, it is only 5 days. There are so many people in the community. I don't think about it. The snow fell late at night. Most people have not been exposed to it. Many people may have enough surplus food at home. There is no need to go out to exchange supplies for the time being. 30 ma. Power bank for mineral water. Huazi for instant noodles. Anseo Serg for antipyretics. Most of them are based on changing food and water. There are also a small number of people who want to exchange medicine for treating their families. After a while, the temperature drops too fast. There are not a few people who catch colds. Although the mineral water is basically frozen, but burner homework that has not yet been done. It can still be thawed. At this time, I saw Wang Sheng and Shen Wenyue. In front of them was some gold and silver jewelry. It seems to be in order to survive. Shen Wenyue had already taken out her dowry, but it has been ignored for several days. Everyone also knows that gold and silver money are useless now. In the previous world, there was no money. But money in the world is useless now. No one patronizes them at all. Shen Wenyue looked up and saw me smiling at Mimi. I can't help but think of the elevator entrance that day. What I said, if hungry. Remember to come to me at night. Could it be that he knew it would snow heavily? I didn't go over. Keep hanging out. Suddenly I saw it. A woman whose appearance is not below Shen Wanyu. The eyes lit up. This woman is alone. Shoot yourself up in a corner, placed in front of you. It's all some brand name bags and cosmetics. The same as Shenhua. No one watched. I observed. While eavesdropping on other people's conversations, probably sorted out a few useful information. The first is the toxin in the blood. Only skin-to-skin contact is contagious. It's not airborne contagious. This is good news. Otherwise, who dares to open the door to ventilate? The second good news is that there are people who can't stand hunger. I have done a bold experiment. As long as the umbrella does not touch the snow, it is possible to walk in places where the snow is not deep. The only trouble is, now the snow on the roads in the community is too deep. It's more than 3 meters. Humans simply can't go out to find supplies. Of course, there are quite a few people who talk about using the tools available at home. Modified vehicles. I want to try to see if I can open it. I think it's all just this thickness of snow. The excavator struggled to drive out. Not to mention the car. It can also be seen from this to what extent people are short of supplies. The third news made me a little worried. It is those who are tormented by blood poison. All pupils are white. Each is frozen in an extremely twisted posture. It looks very rash. These people won't all become in the future. The more I thought about it, the more I felt that it was possible. Once the weather warms up, these thoughts, it is very likely that it will come back to life. It seems that there will be options to improve your strength in the future. Just choose without thinking. The stronger you are, the more likely you are to survive. At this moment, Lin Xue, the woman just now, approached me. Handsome guy. I bought these brand name bags for tens of thousands. Can you change something to eat? Your stuff is useless. Can you be practical? Lin Xue's face was ugly. She actually knows it too. It's all time. Brand name bags and all that. Each one is wrapped into rice dumplings. Hungry. Who still has the heart to dress her up with a bag? Living alone is no man to rely on. In this cruel time period, the only thing worth it is yourself. But he didn't want to hand himself over so easily. Handsome guy, this won't work. Lin Xue pondered for a moment. Take a black plastic bag out of your pocket. Take a look at the plastic bag. I was speechless on the spot. I took the plastic bag and took a look. There was no speech on the spot. It was full of all kinds of socks. Long barreled, medium barreled. The whole 9 yards. Shouting handsome guys. In fact, they still treat me as a dick. Blood pressure lowered his voice. These are all things I haven't washed through them. Go to the upper side. I threw the plastic bag back. In fact, I really want to have an epic experience. I want to catch big fish with a long line. So I took another piece of bread out of my pocket. In front of him he said that if you want to eat, come to my house. Everyone is an adult. Should know what I mean. After saying that, he gave him a look, then turned away from him. Lin Xue frowned and wavered. If it's like Moshikiya, I don't even look at it. I didn't expect the end of the world to come. I actually asked him to find him, although he was angry. But what can be done? People have food. I continued to wander around looking for prey. Wandering around for less than 2 minutes, suddenly 3 big men rushed out of the safe passage of Building 7. They all have kitchen knives in their hands. The head of the funeral was full of flesh. At first glance, it is a ruthless character. Brothers, grab it for me. After saying that, he rushed to the nearest booth first. The stall owner is an old woman in her 70s. There was a can of milk powder for the elderly on the stall. Was snatched by Morning Bio. Someone robbed. The old lady grabbed Morning Bio's arm. I want to regain my milk powder. This is the only hope for oneself in exchange for food. A cold light flashed in Morning Bio's eyes. Picked up the kitchen knife and chopped it down. The old lady fell down weakly. I don't know who screamed. Sentence by moment, everyone began to flee. In a panic. I didn't panic at all. After all, you can check in every day to choose rewards. 2 days ago, I chose physical strengthening. These 3 gangsters are not their opponents at all. But I won't meddle in my own business. Just out. I slowly walked towards Building 5. With a crowded crowd. After so many days, the order finally began to crumble in the face of living. All kindness will completely dissipate. And today's robbery, it will be the beginning of chaos. What a stunned person. Grab it for me. The two younger brothers were encouraged by the momentum of the morning bio, also began a killing spree. Lin Xue saw this, hurriedly ran home. Even the brand name bags on the ground were too late to collect. I didn't notice that my ID card had fallen off. Punching pushed Manhwa and ran wildly. Everyone is running. The pampered couple was quickly knocked down. Husband. Manhwa was extremely scared. My legs and feet are weak and I can't get up at all. Wife, get up quickly. Wang Sheng wanted to pull her up, but he was also hungry and couldn't pull at all. Saying that morning bio had already rushed towards this side with a knife. Wang Sheng hurriedly said his wife, "You wait for me. I'm going to find someone to help." After saying that, he ran away without looking back. Shanduan menstruated. She never dreamed that her new husband would leave her behind. It was about to rush over, directly scared her to cry. When I saw her, I helped her up. This is your own prey. I can't just be gone. Feel my strong and powerful arms. Shen Wanyu, and then saw that I had saved him. I was moved to the other side. Morning began to attack indiscriminately until everyone in the underground garage ran out. The three brothers stopped. The two younger brothers quickly searched the underground garage. One circled down, got a lot of food. Their plan is simple. Come down and grab things. Others are definitely harmful. If you are afraid, you must run away. There is no time to take away the store things. It can only be cheaper for them. This is the heart of the indifference. Everyone is afraid of getting hurt. Let them scare away hundreds of people with just 3 people. Morning Biao estimated it. The food stolen this time. It is enough for them to eat for a few days. It's not easy to grab later. These people will definitely be afraid. Lock the door tightly and can't come out. If you want to get food again, you can only find a way to break the door. At this time, another little brother suddenly ran over with an ID card. Boss, I found something good. What a beautiful woman. This is an ID photo. All women who rely on beauty filters for makeup. It will appear in its original form in front of the ID photo. The woman named Lin Xue on the ID card. That's right. The only pity, I don't know which building she lives in. The boss caught his words. Can you let me? Don't worry. I'm good against my men. Don't rush first. Let's get the food back first. I took Shen Wanyu away. Block the gate of the safe passage. Only return to the 3rd floor of Building 5 until I saw the door. Shen Wanyu finally had the strength to stand firm. Immediately break free. I went to smash the door angrily. Wang Sheng. You opened the door for me. You coward. You actually have the face to leave your wife and run home alone. Loud. It was crazy. I opened my door with a smile, leaning at the door to watch the play. Wang Sheng was hiding in the house and shivering. Hear your wife's voice. Only then did he trembling and look through the cat's eyes. I saw that it was just me and my wife. Finally, I mustered up the courage to open the door. Xiao Yu, are you okay? Come in. Otherwise the group rushed over again. Wang Sheng, you are still not a man. How did you swear an oath to me before getting married? When I encountered danger, I left myself and ran away. I was really blind to marry you, seeing me watching. The drama King Sheng's face was a little ugly. That is true. Xiao Yu, I'm not afraid. Didn't I ask for help? It's just that no one wants to help me. I really can't help it. Run back to find the tools and prepare to save you. You have to believe me. Then why are you closing the door? An Sheng was completely speechless. Shen Wanyu continued to cry. Everything that can be eaten and drunk at home is eaten. Even my gold bracelet was lost just now. What should I do? I was still young. I don't want to starve to death with you. As he spoke, I cried myself. At this time, Shen Wanyu was helpless to the extreme. Wang Sheng was also helpless. How is his social elite? An elite class with an annual salary of hundreds of thousands. There is no way to face this situation. Suddenly, Wang Sheng looked at Hanxia. I finally realized that something was wrong. This kid looks so good, and the complexion is rosy. There was no hunger at all. Wang Sheng tentatively asked his brother, "Do you have food at home?" There are, and there are many. Great, can you share our food? Of course that is not possible. I pulled a can of Coke out of my pocket after opening it and taking a sip, satisfied with a rattle. It's also very cool to drink iced cola in winter. Sheng's angry eyes were about to pop out. Look at them then. Look at them. I laughed in my heart. For the end of the world, you love to answer and ignore it. After the end of the world, you can't afford to climb high. Sheng showed a flattering smile. We are neighbors. As the saying goes, distant relatives are not as good as close neighbors, as long as you are willing to share a little with us. Boy. For the disaster to pass, how about urging you to join my company? I'll give you 60 a month. Not giving you a salary of 80. Hearing this, I laughed. This is still a guy who doesn't recognize reality. I took out a piece of crispy fried chicken and ate it. It still has to be eaten with fried chicken to be more refreshing. There was a food Wang Sheng, and his wife was stunned, staring at the fried chicken in my hand. Sheng Wanyu begged, "Do you think this will work? We are willing to spend money to buy it. Times have changed. You two haven't figured it out yet. So what to do? You are willing to share a little of our food?" I narrowed my eyes, smiled slightly, looked at Shen Wanyu. "Let's do this. My house has been a mess these days. I need a woman to help me clean up. I can hire my sister-in-law to be mine every day from 8 a.m. to evening. Come to my house at 8 o'clock to work. Specially serve my diet and daily life. As for the salary, I take care of 3 meals a day for my sister-in-law, and the sister-in-law is allowed to bring a piece of bread every day and a bottle of mineral water to go home." How about Shen Wanyu's face turned red instantly, very angry. "You're too much. Why should I clean up the house for you? I'm a social elite, and you are a food delivery person. Let me be yours." Are you kidding me? This is definitely not possible. Do you think this will work? I'll help you clean up the house with your sister-in-law. It definitely helps you clean up. Other men are not welcome in my family. If you don't like it, forget it. After saying that, I closed the door. Anyway, I have food and drink. It's not cold yet. Some have time to play slowly. At night, I came on a whim. I decided to cook a hot pot to eat. Beef, crayfish, whole 9 yards. And Wang Sheng and the two in the 302 room silent. All the food and drink at home were consumed. I can't sleep at all when I'm hungry. Oh, how did I smell the aroma of hot pot? Is it an illusion? The two looked beautiful. The already hungry chest is pressed against the back again. Now, I was stimulated by the smell of hot pot again. Even more hungry, Wang Sheng quietly opened the door, eventually confirmed that the smell came from my house. My heart suddenly became alive. "Wife, why don't you go work for him?" "Wang Sheng, do you know what you're talking about? You left me alone during the day today to escape for your life." He actually asked me again at night. "Go to work at another man's house alone. Don't get excited. Xiao, you just need to help him clean up the house. If he dares to do you a disservice, just shout loudly. I will definitely rush in to save you when I hear it." I Shen Wanyu had no mind to make a big fuss. The coldness in my heart is more extreme than the coldness in my body. The husband has a good social status. Urbana. It's quite considerate to yourself. Belongs to the perfect husband in the hearts of relatives and friends. But when you really face disaster, he is thorough. I saw Wang Sheng's true face clearly, unable to say boo to a goose, heartless and unrighteous. For one bite, he was even willing to send his wife away. The essential, he also had to put a mask of hypocrisy on himself. "Look, my wife like this," Wang Sheng hurriedly explained. "Xiao Yu, I'm really not a liar. You have to believe me. Remember what I said about the principle of giving in to the happy. We are happy people. Just give in a little. There will be, so you can give up your wife, too. This is your excuse for being weak. If he has the ability, it's completely possible to grab it. Why are you hungry?" "No, it is not. Why can't you listen to it? I'll go with him." Wang Sheng stretched out his hand to grab his wife, but it stopped again, and Shen Wanyue found that her husband did not stop her at all. Completely dead. At this time I was eating meat in the house. Enjoy a cold beer. I heard a knock on the door. I went over and looked through the cat's eyes. It is Shen Wanyu. An inexplicable smile flashed at the corner of his mouth. Open the door. I do yours. Shen Wanyu got straight to the point. Feel the strong aroma of hot pot. The heart that had been completely dead slowly came to life. Maybe it's a good choice to follow him. At least he can survive. I was very strange. In such a cold world. Can't I wear so little? It's not cold. I looked at Shen Wanyu. He looked at Wang Sheng with a tangled face in the back. Throw a piece of bread and mineral water to the latter. Wang Sheng took it with a happy face. Without thinking about it, he tore open the packaging bag and devoured it. Come in, sister-in-law. Shen Wanyu looked at the steaming hot pot in the living room. I can't hold on any longer. Walked in. Don't worry, Xiao Yu. If something happens, you cry. However, the door closed directly. Wang Sheng's words came to an abrupt end. As soon as he entered the door, Shen Wanyu was shocked. If he's like coming to Sanya from the North Pole, why is his house so warm? Obviously, there is no electricity. I have eaten for 2 days. Can you let me eat something first? I sneered indifferently. Have you forgotten your identity? Call me master. Shen Wanyu was just about to go crazy, but the pain of hunger came from the fork in the stomach. Thinking of her husband getting bread. Don't even give yourself a bite. The eyes turned rosy again. I am a social elite, but it is called the master of the bottom of society. But what can I do? Master. I nodded and took out a piece of paper and threw it over. Above this is the women's code. Remember to follow it. Shen Wanyu picked it up suspiciously. Her beautiful eyes widened instantly. Maid's rules. A maid must wear special women's clothing at home. If there is a violation, no food allowed for a day. 2. The master's words are authority. If there is a talking back, dismiss immediately. 3. See the owner. Back. Salute must be performed. If there is a violation, no food allowed for a day. Stomach. There is no such humiliation as you. I'm going back. I watched coldly, took out the golden sand eagle. The muzzle of the gun was pointed at his back. If disobedient, staying in your own home is a threat sooner or later, then there is no need to stay. But Shen Wanyu has just walked to the door. You are ready to open the door. The hand paused, because the constant temperature range of the thermostatic furnace is out. The biting cold hit again. Shen Wanyu compromised. She didn't want to go back to that cold home. She didn't want to face that incompetent husband anymore. She didn't want to go hungry anymore. Shen Wanyu finally convinced herself. Clear down, master. I was wrong. Since I stayed, then follow the rules. For the sake of being a first-time offender, I'll give you once. Boyd, don't let me find a chance. Otherwise, I will definitely let you know what a black hand is. An hour later, I ate and drank enough. Looking at the big beauty in front of him, I tried to suppress my urges. There are many more opportunities like this in the future. Don't rush to do it. I put hot water in the bathroom. Let Shen Wanyu take a bath by herself. Go back. I went to the living room and sighed that this is the life of people. It is worthy of a dancing-off plan building. Shen Wanyu gave herself just 2 words. It is said by the layman in front of the house that it is very runny. It's not the disgust on his face at all. Fukakiri, who also kicked himself to fly. Shen Wanyu recalled what happened just now. I couldn't help but want to cry again, but still sneak towards the table. I take the rest of my hot pot. Finally, I felt a long-lost feeling of fullness. Shen Wanyu's resistance also disappeared for the most part. Strictly abide by the law of women. Start tidying up the house. After everything is cleaned up, curled up on the sofa, and fell asleep. She figured it out. There is food and warmth here. It's simply heaven on earth. As for dignity or something, it is not worth mentioning in the face of survival. Survival is the most important thing. The only thing that weirded him was food simply does not know where it is hidden. The kitchen refrigerator is empty. Is it in the bedroom? But he didn't dare to enter my bedroom at all. It's so comfortable here. There is no need to take this risk. The 00. Rewards are distributed again. Today's check-in bonus options are as follows. A nuclear power generator. Unlimited energy. 2 combat journey function is enabled. 3 1,000 high explosive grenades. 4 a pair of socks that will never stink when worn. Although I really want high explosive grenades. But now this situation, a pistol is enough. High explosive grenades are purely taking off their pants and farting. Bring sand to the beach. Wait until it is brushed out later. Bottle made. What kind of thing is this? Driven by curiosity, I chose 2. After selecting, the system panel suddenly has an extra label. Clicking Shen Van Yue's information is listed. A sunken evening moon. System score 82. The current strength is level 1. The set does not have 1. I pinched my chin and fell into deep thought. The rest is easy to understand. What kind of thing is this maid suit, Ken? It must not be the kind you cut yourself. That is the system prop. The way to level up is quite interesting. That is the prince's Q skill. Can increase experience. Enough experience to level up. It's capped at half the level of the host. Other words. Now you can rely on hard work. Racer Xingman Yuo, I have a level 3 at most. The level I get from the system. +5. I have made my physical fitness stronger in an all-round way. It is to become stronger in an all-round way. I'm sure. This night Wang Sheng tossed and turned. I can't sleep at all. Cries from next door kept swirling in his mind. I want to be angry, but don't dare to attack at all. After all, he pushed his wife out himself. Hey, Jen couldn't help but have dark circles under his eyes. Knocked on my door. I opened the door with a wicked smile. I want to ask how CRU is. I stayed with you all night yesterday. Is it time to go back? Wang Sheng saw his wife in a maid outfit in the living room. The jealousy and anger in my heart were about to explode in an instant, but he still didn't dare. I patted my head and said, look, I forgot about it. My sister-in-law is very powerful. Clean up my house. I am satisfied. As he spoke, he turned his head to look at Shen Wanyu. I worked hard all night. You are tired. Go back and rest. I still have the kitchen and bathroom that haven't been cleaned. I won't go back today. I was stunned. It's cold outside. You should go home quickly. I smiled at the corner of my mouth. I was very satisfied with his answer. Wang Sheng was so angry that he was about to explode. A pair of eyes glared at his wife fiercely. He wanted to explode. Wang Sheng was so angry that he was about to explode. A pair of eyes glared at his wife fiercely. He wanted to explode. But the next second, I have thrown out a piece of bread and mineral water. This is who he is today. Most of the anger in his heart was extinguished in an instant. Thanks. Since it hasn't been cleaned up, then Xiaoyu will continue to be busy. I won't bother you. Take a look. Our husband didn't come here for you at all. Just want to eat. Shen Manhwa felt a little uncomfortable, but it wasn't as uncomfortable as I imagined. It seems that he has slowly gotten used to staying with me. Wang Sheng returned home. The eyes were extremely fierce. Shen Vanyu's appearance just now was obviously taken down. This made her feel angry. I think you've wanted to go there for a long time. Oh, I have to find a way. Get all his food. In the safety passage of Building 5, many survivors of this building came. Wang Sheng felt a chill in his heart. Because of this whole building, the total number of living people is actually less than 100. Everyone else basically froze to death and starved to death. Or poisoned. Everybody. The situation is critical. I think we should unite. Yesterday, our whole community went to the underground garage to hold a trade fair, but he was robbed by Liang Meng. As a result, no one dares to go to the underground garage now. Our lives will only get sadder. So my suggestion is, the few of us who are still alive should form an alliance. Resource sharing. Interests coexist. Deal with this crisis together. Don't just talk empty words. Everyone is hungry. How to share resources with you. I think the first thing we need to do now is that each family produces a young adult. Form a convoy. Start at 101 on the ground floor. Knock on doors to door to find supplies. All materials that do not have living people at home. Everything was done. Liang Meng dared to kill. Then we can't sit still. After all, just count on the security door of the garage. But they can't be stopped. So our material collection team, it must be a collective action. Even if you meet Liang Meng, don't be afraid. There are only 3 of them. A dozen of us can still be afraid of him. As soon as these words came out, everyone nodded one after another. Everyone was frightened by the fierce murder of Jian Liang. But I forgot that there were only 3 people on the other side. As long as they unite, don't be afraid at all. How to divide the materials received. Anyone who joins the guard, materials are divided equally. What if there are no young and middle-aged people in the family? My family is just me and my daughter. My husband must have been poisoned outside. Yes, I don't think your distribution method will work. My wife and I are both in our 60s. He didn't dare to move his hands and feet. So what should we do? It's best if you grab it. Materials. Each family has to share a little. Seniors are preferred. Wang Sheng's eyes flashed with ruthlessness. Daddy, old. I still want to eat and drink for nothing. Before he could finish speaking, a middle-aged man is not happy. I don't care if you live or die. Just do as Wang Sheng said. Whoever deals with it will have something to eat. Hang on one who wants to live. It's best to be obedient. If you perform well, maybe I can still feint you a little. I don't want to pay anything. Then bear the consequences yourself. Wang Sheng couldn't help but praise in his heart. As soon as this word came out, I was in chaos. The accusations continued. The middle-aged man's face darkened. Grabbed the head of an aged woman who screams loudly, slammed into the wall again and again. Blood splattered. The pressure of survival these days. At this moment it finally transformed into... The man struggled incomparably. Keep women alive. This scene scared everyone dumbfounded. A dozen men looked at each other. It was as if a certain lock had been opened. Pandora's box is completely open. Guys kept all these people in check. Useful to stay. Kick out all the disobedient. Don't be an eyesore here. Wang Sheng was already frightened. How did things develop like this? In his plan, and the escort team was formed. Can threaten me. I'll hand over the food. This can also save his wife. After all, he still underestimated the evil of human nature. With his timid personality. Now I can only run around with my head in my arms. Stumbled and escaped home. Yes. The owners seem to be arguing outside. Whatever happened, I don't care. You just have to do what you have to do. As for the others, you don't have to worry about it. The dancing purge began, but it is not an isolated case. Liang Meng is for all the men in the Jiaiwan community. It's a good start. The other buildings may have begun to unite. Going door to door, looking for food. It was a mess. Who lives in 3 buildings, 403 lives here alone. She's a woman. The anchor usually likes to eat snacks. $100 snacks. So hold on. Longer than others. Now, Lin Xue's end is coming. There are also more than 20 men in the 3 buildings who form a team, prying doors door to door. The results speak for themselves. Through the cat's eyes, Lin Xue had already seen the doors of 401 being pried open. The screams from the neighbors made her shiver. Lin Xue thought she was much more beautiful than that woman. Wow. Once discovered by these men, I'm afraid it will be worse for me. Suddenly, Lin Xue remembered the man I met in the underground garage the day. He said he lives in 5 buildings, 301. I have to find a way to ask him for help. Lin Xue saw a mess outside. He should come to knock on his door soon. Immediately rushed to the balcony. Fortunately, it wasn't snowing today. Carefully sweep the snow off the windows. On the window immediately. Stick your head out. The 3rd and 5th buildings he is in are not very far away. There's a gap of more than 20 meters between the 2 buildings. And through the window, window. He can see the balcony of my house. I didn't even think about it. All the bottles and cans at home were thrown out. I want to remind me by smashing the window, but she is a weak woman. The accuracy is really bad. I lost it many times and failed. My heart became more and more impatient. Finally, a bottle of skincare products hit the glass accurately. The glass is not broken. It was a loud noise. I am teaching Shen Wenyu's maid precautions. Zen said, "Come to the balcony." I frowned and looked out. Found Lin Xue waving at him. "Come and save me. They're going to break in." Hey, can I hear a woman's voice? Man on 401 got up in confusion. On a couch, a strong man was smoking. The eyes are deep, Aura turned his head to look out the door. It seems that the sound comes from this floor. The man's name is Sheng Dajun. He's the boss of the 3 buildings. The boss's voice came from 403. There are still women in this family. Sheng Dayun waved his hand, brought people to 403. Soon the sound of prying the door came. Lin Xue was even more afraid. He immediately shouted for help. "They are coming. Please, please save me." "I'm not in a hurry at all." Holding your arms, smiled and said to save you. "You know what you will give." Lin Xue was speechless. "The eyes are red. As long as you can save me, I'll be your girlfriend." However, I slowly shook my head. I don't need a girlfriend. Lin Xue was numb. The next moment, Shen Wenyu wearing a special maid costume slowly came to my feet. This scene completely stunned Lin Xue. Looking at Shen Wenyu's outfit, Lin Xue was extremely shocked. Is he Superman? Neither is afraid of the cold. I smiled, touched Shen Wenyu's hair. "Look at Lin Xue. I can save you. The price is the same as his." Soon the door was pried open. Sheng Dayun led people to rush in quickly. I saw Lin Xue lying on the balcony, asking for help, and all kinds of poster photos of Lin Xue in the house. The perfect face and figure. Everyone who watched was excited. "You guys, don't come here. Don't worry, I'll let them love you. I do. Let me do anything. It's okay to be like him. Follow this man. Maybe he was the only one. If caught by these men in the building, then I don't know how many people there are." Sheng Dayun Vesposed quickly approached Lin Xue. "Who are you asking for help?" The big hand hadn't had time to grab Lin Xue. I saw it in horror. In the building opposite, a young man climbed onto the window to a charging form. The next second, just hear a bang. I burst out with a bang, crossed the open space between the 2 buildings, straight to the balcony of 403. Sheng Dayun was shocked, and then came a big foot of 44 yards. Don't dodge, just kicked him in the face. The violent force kicked him out on the spot. It hit a crowd. I am steady. In my heart, I was also slightly surprised. I'm only level 6 and I'm so powerful? He also suddenly felt a sensation just now. Feel like you can jump over it. And then it really jumped over. The system is awesome. That's more than 20 meters away. It is really a trapeze. Lin Xue's head is about to crash. He stared blankly at me who landed in front of him. How did he come here? Sheng Dayun got up with difficulty. He looked at me with some horror, but I thought that more than 20 people on my side were still holding knives. I felt a lot of confidence in my heart. They wants to play the trick of a hero saving beauty. Don't look at how many of us are. Brothers captured him to death. With his order, the men took out kitchen knives one after another, fruit knives and other tools. Get ready to rush over. Come on. I was about to test how destructive Lao Tzu is now. I wrung and licked the corners of my mouth. Not ready to use guns. He picked up his fist and slammed it at the nearest person. His punch was extremely powerful. Smashed his head on the spot. It's like an exploding watermelon. This scene frightened everyone. Quite sharply on the spot, looked at me in horror. Sheng Dayun's jaw was almost shocked. This is really a Superman. What is this destructive power? Lin Xue felt the warm blood on her face. He fainted as soon as his eyes rolled. I also looked at my fists in shock, then picked up the other party's kitchen knife, sneered at them. "Yeah, Curious. I have come to send you back to the West. My words are like the whispers of the devil at the moment. I don't know who shouted this newly formed tea. Instantly panicked. Our crowd towards the door. Seng Dayun ran the fastest, but more than 20 people squeezed into a small door. Where is it so easy to run out? That's called a mess. I don't care if you are messy or not. Picked up the kitchen knife and started killing. A knife down, either arms or legs flying around. After a while, Lin Xue's home became a purgatory on Earth. Only half of them escaped. I walked out 403, seeing that the corridor was completely empty. I just lost the kitchen knife with the curly edge. 401 with the door wide open. The dying woman struggled to crawl to the door. Asked me for help. I looked over. This woman can be regarded as a woman of medium beauty. Looks like he is in his 30s or 40s, if not the end times. However, the charm is still there. But unfortunately, she is already useless. This is estimated to be a reflection. Save my daughter. The woman looked at me. The eyes were full of hope. I'm not interested. I'm ready to leave after saying that. The light in women's eyes is getting dimmer and darker. He raised his head and smashed it to the floor. Life began to flow slowly. Difficult to say a few words that made me pause. Jiang Cheng. The words are not finished yet. Woman completely choked her breath. Jiangshen University of Science and Technology. I narrowed my eyes slightly. This made me interested because his ex-girlfriend Zhao Yufei is also from this school. I looked at the woman's body. Sighed. Walk into her house. A man had long since collapsed in a pool of blood. Grievance or everlasting regret. Soon, I found a photo of their family of 3. The eyes lit up because the woman's daughter is beautiful. The whole body exudes a youthful atmosphere. There are cute little dimples when you smile. I guess this is at least a school flower level. The score should be higher than Shen when you're a maid. The right person. And I know the girl's name. Chen Yongxi is 19 years old. He is a sophomore at the School of Communication of Jiangshan University of Science and Technology. Wait for me to have the ability to go out. Just go to Jiangshan University of Science and Technology to take a look. I hope he doesn't die. And Zhao Yufei. Don't die either. I made Chen Yongxi's photo. I went back to Forno. Slap Lin Xue. Awake. Lin Xue was confused and quiet. What came into view was me covered in blood, and a home like hell on Earth. I slapped it over. What is it called? Lin Xue dreamed back to reality. He looked at me with some horror. The whole body trembled. Let's go back with me. I got up and walked outside. Lin Xue looked at the room full of corpses. I just feel nauseous and want to vomit. Legs and stomach are weak, but I'm already out. She was so frightened that she crawled out with her hands and feet. There is no way to stay here. You have to follow me. This time, I didn't pretend to jump off the building. Take the stairs, honestly. Planning to go back from the underground garage. After Lin Xue went out, I also saw the body of the woman in 401. Some sadness flashed in my heart. The end of the world is coming. There are only 2 fates for women. Either rely on a strong man, or he was tossed by a group of men. There is simply no other possibility. The so-called 3 views of dignity and chastity is not worth mentioning in the face of power. Thinking of this, Lin Xue was glad that she followed me. Otherwise, the end will only be worse than this woman. For a while, I actually figured out a lot in my heart. I also have strength in my body. Hurry up and follow me. The 2 of us just arrived at the underground garage. I heard a voice. This group of people is a bit smart. In fact, each building has formed a team. As a result, Lao Tzu's family didn't grab it. Liang Meng touched the bruises on his head. His face was full of anger. Just now, he took his 2 brothers to rob other buildings, hitting a counterattack of more than a dozen men on the other side. The point did not escape. He didn't expect it at all. It was he who took the lead in killing and robbing things. It was caused. Everyone else was in danger. That's why we are in the current situation. Zhang Peng's arms were knocked off. He asked the boss with a gritted face, "What should we do next? How do I know what to do?" He really can't help it. Now he is in Building 7. There is also a tendency to unite. This is not to make their brother the target of public criticism. What else did Zhang Peng want to say? But suddenly I heard footsteps. Hurriedly looked over. Naturally, I saw them too. The road passes lightly. Lin Xue recognized them, hurriedly hid behind me. Fear of being seen, passing by. Now who in the whole community has never heard of Lao Tzu's reputation? Your kid is very bold. Zhang, on the other hand, noticed the woman behind me. Suddenly his eyes lit up. Boss, this is the woman on the ID card. She is her. Oh, really? That's really our brother's fate. Addicted to eating everywhere today. I didn't expect to meet a big beauty here. My luck is not bad. Saying that the three of them gathered around, Lin Xue was extremely scared. I want to cover my face with a hat. Don't I, big beauty? Let my brother look at you. Liang Meng was about to reach out to grab Lin Xue's face. It seems to completely ignore my existence. I slapped it away expressionlessly. Are you blind? I didn't see a man. Liang Meng withdrew his hand in pain. Only then did he notice me. Although I am very tall, the physique also looks strong. But they don't pay attention to it all. Chang Peng noticed the blood on my body, frowned slightly, sensing something was wrong, but nothing was said. They can all kill, others can naturally kill people. Boy Lao Tzu is in a good mood today. I don't want to kill. You take the initiative. Give me a check. I will spare your life. I sighed. I'm in a hurry. You have to come up and send that. Don't blame me. After saying that, lightning flashed. 3 consecutive fracture sounds came. Liang Meng and the 3 of them felt severe pain after a second. All knelt on the ground with their crotches covered. Painful cold sweat. Stinky boy, you don't talk about martial arts. I'm going to die of pain. Is it broken? Lin Xue's eyes were already about to appear as little stars. This man is really amazing. I turned to look at him, suddenly took out a golden sand eagle from his pocket and handed it to him. You solve them. Lin Xue was stunned. It may not be a big problem for him to kill hundreds of millions of people. Kill 3 big living people. Isn't this embarrassing? Hurry up and want to be my maid. You have to have the ability to kill. I don't raise waste. After saying that he stuffed the gun into him forcefully, the golden sand eagle was slightly sunken, and there was a cold metal touch. Lin Xue understood instantly. This is not a toy. This is the real thing. The muzzle of the gun should be pointed at the person. Place your index finger here on the trigger, I taught patiently. Lin Xue's face was full of reluctance. Wow. After meeting, my sharp eyes, I didn't dare to refute at all. Liang Meng saw Lin Xue pointing a gun at him. I thought it was a toy gun. I can't help but laugh at her. You want to scare me. I'm not so easily scared. I remember you. If you have the ability, you will kill me. Otherwise, Lao Tzu will let you see how powerful Lao Tzu is. Lin Xue, fear him, disappeared in an instant. And then there was a lot of anger. I whispered in his ear that this was a scumbag. Shoot! Lin Xue bit her lip. It's almost bleeding. Although very vicious, but he was still a little resistant to letting him kill. You shoot! Don't dare to open it right. Don't be afraid. I also have a gun. I'll let you open it later. Suddenly Lin Xue pulled the trigger excitedly. A loud sound echoed in the underground garage. Liang Meng's head exploded instantly. Pang Peng and another younger brother were frightened. I don't care about the pain. Crying to escape, Lin Xue stared blankly at the corpse in front of him. The palms trembled. Then I thought of the woman in 401. She had no ability to resist. Tortured to death by a group of men. This is the ability she gives herself to resist. You must master it as soon as possible. Otherwise you will end up. I'm afraid it will still be the same as that woman. Should I say it or not? Lin Xue's mind changed quickly. He immediately caught up with Zhang Peng. He raised his gun and fired. Because Zhang Peng has been climbing forward, so this shot only hit the thigh. Kill him to death. Don't kill me. How is this? I nodded in satisfaction. Got after coming back to his senses, Lin Xue slowly accepted herself. The fact of killing, the feeling of nausea and vomiting could no longer be sustained, twisted aside and spat out, and I came to the last little brother, big brother, and uncle. No, you are my uncle. Don't kill me. I can be a dog for you. In the future I will bite whoever you ask me to bite. Spare my life. I raised my hand and fired a headshot. Then he quietly waited for Lin Xue to finish vomiting. After a while, Lin Xue has nothing to vomit. Only then did he come to me with red eyes. I want to say something, but don't dare to say it at all. Let's go home. I continue to dance. Lin Xue looked at the corpse on the ground, and the body that was hacked to death by Liang Meng. My heart slowly began to ferment. You must live strongly. The group of men in Building 5 don't know what they're doing at the moment. Didn't meet me. Lin Xue was shocked as soon as she entered the door. The table is lined with a variety of seafood feasts and beers. The fragrant rice is steaming. The house is clean and tidy, mixed with smoke and a faint fragrance. The main thing is that it is warm here. Shen Wanyu saw me back. Immediately come over and salute. Welcome. The host home. Only then did Lin Xue see Shen Wanyue's face clearly. For a while, he was amazed. It's beautiful. This is the new maid. You take her to familiarize herself with the rules. I don't like watching you make mistakes. I nodded. Then he sat down at the table and started eating. Good host, Shen Wanyue responded. Then he looked up at Lin Xue. I was also amazed. Wow. What a beautiful woman. The body and temperament are above oneself. For a while, Shen Wanyue had some sense of crisis. You must take this opportunity to establish your power. You can't let him rob his master of all his love. Come on with me. Take you to the bathroom to wash first. After saying that, he crawled to the bathroom. Lin Xue nodded blankly and followed. But just take 2 steps. Shen Wanyue stopped, stared at him with a bad face. Entering this door is the master's maid. One of the maid's code. Without the owner's permission, do not stand. Lin Xue was startled by the other party's sharp attitude. I want to slam the door and leave. But I thought of what happened just now, and a gun in my hand. Immediately learned from Shen Wanyue. I ate the skinned shrimp that Shen Wanyue had peeled in advance. Couldn't help nodding. It seems that the Maid of the Moon is making rapid progress. It is worthy of the social elite. Adapting to the new identity is good. It deserves to be commended. In the bathroom, Shen Wanyue helped Lin Xue wash. Both women said nothing. Why is my sister here? Don't ask if you shouldn't. Be in awe of your master. Otherwise I don't know how to die. Lin Xue was silent. He didn't understand what the other person was going through. It actually became like this. Shen Wanyue looked at Lin Xue's figure. The sense of crisis in my heart became stronger and stronger. The start is getting heavier and heavier. Sister, when do you think we will be rescued? Don't say this later. When we meet our master, we are already rescued. Don't you know, if a woman like us doesn't have a master, what will happen to you? Half an hour later, Lin Xue followed Shen Wanyue out. I happened to be full too, grabbed an Australian dragon and threw it in front of her. Well done. Lin Xue looked a little envious. There is also hardly long to eat in the bedroom. It's just amazing. I looked at her. Slowly showed a smile. I look at the system panel data. I couldn't help but nod in satisfaction. It seems that the anchor on the internet is not all beauty filters and high-tech talents. The situation in G1 community is getting worse and worse. There's a building king in every building. Formed a violent organization like the underworld. Ruled the entire building. Women have become their pastime. At the end of the day, from time to time, some people choose to jump off buildings because they can't bear it. A large humanoid hole was smashed into the snow on the ground. This is not the worst, because the snow is too deep. Forms a buffer, so jumping down will not kill you immediately. Most of them are stuck in the snow, or suffocated alive, or just wait silently for the poison to die. The roar and mourning continued, hushing to the nerves all the time. 5 Shu Feng, call a dozen people into the house. Distributing supplies. Our record today is quite good. A total of 23 doors were knocked open. I got 10 packs of noodles and 3 large barrels of mineral water, 2 flowers, 14 packs of instant noodles. It's enough for the brothers to have fun for a while. Put it all away for me. In addition to supplies, we also took over more than 20 key labor forces. The next step is to act according to plan.